In order to get to North Horr and Lolyangalani in the north of Kenya, you have to drive on many different types of roads through many different types of terrains. It's a long, hard drive, especially in my old Suzuki. But to me, it just adds to the sense of adventure and also to the sense that you really are, in this case, at the end of the world.
So grab a backpack, a bottle of water, a couple 2-tree sandwiches, and your walking shoes, and let's get lost in Africa! Ouch! Ouch! You're the best.
So Hosea, what do you think we're going to see on this trip?
I think we are going to see, different people. Turkana people, Molos, we are going to see them. There are people who are very small in number in Kenya. There are 99 people only.
99, only 99, not 100.
Not 100, but 99. when they born a new person, a new baby, one of them die.
Oh, okay, so they arranged that.
Yeah, it's God.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I was told it. And
So,
I believe what I was told.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
What are we going to see in North Horr?
North Horr, we are going to see a wedding of these people who are called the Gabbra wedding.
Yeah, Gabbra.
The Gabbra wedding, yeah.
Okay. And what do you know anything about Gabbra weddings?
Not yet.
Okay. Have you ever, you were talking about this Molo tribe, have you ever seen them before?
Yes, so I had a boy who was helping me. He was a Molo's boy.
So he was one of the 99.
Yeah, we stayed with him because he was, helping me.
When was that?
It was 1994.
1994.
94, yeah, is when we were staying with him. So
Okay.
I will be very happy to see him, to see his people, his tribe again when we reach there.
Okay.
I'll be very happy to see them.
So do you think this is going to be a good trip?
I think so.
And did you have any problems along the way?
We just got one panja on the way, but by good luck, we had a spare tube. Then we made it. Then we started our journey. We continued with our journey.
Okay. Are you really lost in Africa?
Yes, we are. Always we get lost, but we are happy because we keep losting all the time. Yeah.
Well, Hosea must have had an idea of what was going to happen, because the next morning we did get lost. We got to a fork in the road and we had no idea which way to go. Luckily, we saw a camel herder in the distance, and Hosea went to talk to him. I have no idea what he said to him, and they seemed to be discussing for quite a while, but eventually we got on track. And then we got to a small town, and we were lost again. But we met a teacher, and he had a daughter that he had to send to North Horr, and he said, if we take her with us, she'll guide us.
So we've been driving for quite a while. That's our guide back there. I forgot her name already. I really hope she knows where she's going, because out here, I wouldn't really say there's a lot of roads. There's a lot of tracks going off in different directions. And every time I take one, then I point to it, and she always points to the same one I'm on, and I'm thinking, am I really that smart? Because I don't think I am. We've been driving for quite a while, and it's so hot, and I'm tired. And Hosea's fallen asleep next to me, and I'm just thinking, I really hope this girl knows where she's going. Because when we were back in the town where we picked her up, the guy said, well, there's roads going to different places. If you go to the wrong place, you're going to be way out, and you'll have problems. I guess in a way you could say we're lost. Hosea, are we lost?
Yes, we lost.
No, I don't think it's that
We are
drastic
lost
yet.
people.
No.
Well, I'm not going to run around like Hosea saying we're lost, we're lost, we're lost. But tonight we are lost.
Yes, we were lost. And man, that wind was howling. But once we got out of the car, the young lady looked around and she saw a tower in the distance. That's what Hosea and her are pointing to. We drove in that direction, and luckily we found North Horr. Since it was early in the day, we decided to get some petrol and head on to Lolyangalani.
So we're at the petrol station in North Horr, and they're pumping 20 liters into the car. We're on our way to Lolyangalani, and this guy is guiding us, and we got stuck in the sand. So Hosea is chopping some palm branches.
The funny thing about being stuck in the sand is that we really shouldn't have been stuck in the sand. After all the digging and putting the palm branches underneath the tires and pushing and pulling, I remembered when we were in East Pokot and we were stuck in the mud and we thought we were going to spend the whole night there. And then we had some boys push and pull us out. I remembered after that happened, we got back to Nairobi and Hosea started laughing and said, you know what? I found out that not only do you have to put the four-wheel drive in gear inside the car, but you have to get out of the car, go up to the front wheels, and turn the hub at the center of the wheel into the lock position, and then you have four-wheel drive. Well, I got out of the car and I did that while we were in the sand and we got right out. So I'm not one to shy away from admitting my mistakes, and this one was a real whopper. Once we got to Lolyangalani, I was pretty excited to go see the Molo people. When I first came to Kenya, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, I was told about the smallest tribe in Africa, and I saw pictures of them in traditional dress fishing. So it was like a dream come true. But as I've learned in Africa, cultures are changing very fast, and I think I probably came a bit too late.
So we're here in El Molo village. What's the name of the village?
Komote.
Say it again.
Komote.
Kamote. Here we are with Julius and Sevedo, two young El Molo guys from this village. Julius, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. And Sevedo?
I'm 21.
21, okay.
Today generation, the more people also are involved to the world, like the other people. We are learned, we go to school, and also we have opportunities in working as in different departments in these areas.
Okay.
And actually in the Kenya National Assembly now, the Sergeant at Arm of Kenya National Assembly is from this small village here.
As an animal guy, I usually work to assist people on animal health. I used to work as animal health as a veterinarian.
Animal health service?
I used to treat animals within around the lake. And also at the same time, I'm a disease reporter. If there is any disease concerning our livestock here, I have to report to the government so that we can get assistance.
Did you go to school for that?
Yeah, I've gone for school.
Okay. Are you married yet?
I have not been married.
Julius, are you married yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So now in the modern El Molo culture, what age do people usually get married?
Actually, the marriage doesn't consider the years. Actually, for men, you can marry from when you are finished to be from when you are circumcised. After the circumcision, you go through your life, the Horian life for 15 years, let's say, and then after that, it's now marriage. So you have to marry. You can marry when you have finished that stage. You go straight to marriage. Or you can stay for a period of time. It depends on how wealthy you are as well today.
Okay.
But before it is much easier because it's only parents discussing with the other parents, and then you give a raft or a...
They don't do that anymore?
They don't do that anymore. Today you have to pay for camels or you have to pay a lot of money for getting or buying sugar, all these kind of things. So it's very different from the before than to the present marriage today.
And the marriages in the village, are they usually, the man is usually older than the woman?
Yeah, actually the ladies are married when they're very young, but...
Like how old?
Like actually it goes up to even 12.
Down to 12 years old.
Yeah.
So there's girls in this village that are 12 that are married.
Yeah, even less than.
And how old could they? How old could they be? Like, could a girl wait until she's 20, 25, 30? Does that happen?
Yeah, the oldest goes to 25 or less than 25. So when we find this is a hippo rib. This is the ring of the Molo.
Oh,
Yeah. Like the ring that you're putting on your arm.
for marriage.
Yeah, for marriage.
It's made from a hippo. What?
Hippo rib.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Rib.
Oh, hippo rib.
Yeah.
This is from the rib of a hippo,
Yeah.
and this means she's married.
Now she means that she's married.
So married women here, this is what they wear.
Yeah, that's what they wear.
She's a Samburu married to an El Molo. Okay.
Yeah. But when you have an old woman like this one, she has to give when now because we don't kill hippos. When his son is going to get married, he has to put it out so that he can give to his father.
So she had it on before, but when
Yeah.
her son got married,
Yeah.
she gave it out. Okay, so it was right here.
Yeah. That was.
It was on the end. Okay.
Yeah.
But now the wife of her son has it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. But these necklaces she's wearing, that's not typical El Molo, is it?
Yeah, this is not a typical El Molo. The typical El Molo is this one. You see?
Okay.
This is an ostrich eggshells.
Okay.
That's what the El Molo people have been putting on like beads.
Okay, so why is she wearing all the other stuff? Just for beauty or?
This one is nowadays because they have adapted the other communities. Like
Oh, okay.
Samburu, yeah.
And that necklace made with the ostrich shell, did she make that or did someone else make it?
Yeah, she did it herself.
When she was young?
Yeah, when she was young.
She's not that old now. She doesn't look that old.
Yeah, she doesn't look that old. Mom, she's saying that her mom taught her how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that normal back then that the girls would make a necklace out of ostrich shell?
Oh, there's a time that when you are a girl, you don't have to do it. The mother should do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But her mother didn't do it, she did it.
Yeah, her mother did it. But her mother did it for him, and then he did it
Okay.
for herself.
And how old is she? Does she know?
55 years.
55? Okay.
Yes.
And is she, what's the question I wanted to ask? Is both her father and mother, both of them are El Molo, or is she mixed?
Papa il molo, yaya il molo.
Yeah.
Molo pokorari.
He said both of them are El Molo.
Okay, beautiful.
Did she was born here or?
Yeah, she was born here.
Oh, here. She was born here and she was married here.
She was born here and she was just married here.
I noticed that one of her teeth in the bottom is gone. Is that do El Molos normally do that?
Yeah, they do that. They do that.
How old was she when they did that?
And they do that when you are when you are going to be at 12 years old. They take out
12 years old. Do they still do that? Do they still do that in the village?
that one, yes, I tell you, yes, we do that up to now. The house, this is a small hut, so we live. This is doom palm tree.
The doom palm tree.
The doom palm tree is one we are going to cover it up after we have finished building it with the sticks which are from the sulfur. The sticks are from Salvador.
Okay.
This is one. This tree is one of the trees which are also used for the toothbrush.
Okay.
So this house is taking like 2 weeks for the ladies to construct.
It's only the woman that constructs it.
Yeah, the women are the constructors. The ladies are the ones who construct the whole house.
Okay.
And they're also the ones who are picking these sticks from far away. The bush, you see the bush over there.
Okay.
To this place.
Okay.
So the women put up their fingers. They put up their help from different families and help each other and construct a small house like this.
Okay.
Why do you see the El Molo houses doors looking to the lake? This is that because El Molo people believe that their God lives in the water. So that's why you see the houses, the whole doors, they always face towards
the lake.
The lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are there other tribes that construct their homes the same way as El Molo?
Yeah, we have now. These houses we have like the Turkana people also build the similar houses to the El Molo house.
Okay.
Yeah. So inside the house we have
All right.
This is the kitchen.
So here's the kitchen on the left.
On the left.
And this gentleman is cooking something now.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a fish. We used to have fish for dinner,
Oh, okay.
for lunch,
So
and
he's
also for dinner. So
he's making fish.
Yeah. And this is the rack where we put the cups and the other utensils.
Okay.
And when you come up here, we can see the bed of the mother.
Okay.
This is where the mother and the father sleeps.
Okay.
And this is on the ground. We have the children sleeping.
Okay. Children sleep on the ground, and mother and father are on that bed there.
On the bed, and the young children also sleep on the bed. And this is why also where they put their clothing.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have the small.
So it's pretty small and it's pretty smoky in here. The people watching us, ooh, this smoke is strong.
That's true.
I wouldn't be able to hang out in here for too long. So he's cooking fish, huh? Beautiful. Looks like it's going to be a good supper. We're going to have fish tonight too.
Yeah. So this is the rafts. This is our El Molo boat. The rafts are
this is an El Molo boat.
Yeah.
Is this how the El Molos have fished for a long time?
Yes.
Yeah, this one is long time. Still in the beginning of the El Molo people, they have been using this.
So you haven't changed the way you fish?
Yeah, we have never changed the way of this. This is more better than the modern boats.
Ah, okay. How is it better than a modern boat?
Yeah, you can use this one for hippo hunting, crocodile hunting. So because when it turns, you can still use it.
Ah, okay.
So when it doesn't give you a lot of work.
If the hippo turns you or the...
by yourself.
Okay.
And it is so much, and it's also very light. I can go fishing by myself.
Is it a special type of wood that you use?
Yeah, we still use the doom palm trunks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's from the doom palm.
Yeah, it's from the doom palm. And also this one can be used for marriage. We give out this one for dowry. So these are the cemeteries of this small village of the Molo people.
Okay.
These are the present cemeteries. You see there are cross. There's a cross there. So this is a Christian cemetery. A long time ago, you find that people do not bury people like digging down for 4 feet like we are doing today. Long time ago, the people put people on the gully, take the skin for the fish, the Nile perch skin or a crocodile skin, the leftovers of the animals, and cover the body and leave the place.
So they would just leave the body out in the open?
Out in the open.
Okay, but covered in skins?
Yeah, like in the gully, like on that strand there, they just put the body there, put a little bit of the skins.
Okay.
Leave this, and then they leave the place.
Okay.
And now today, after the civilization, after the coming of the Christianity, is when we are introduced on how to dig and put the body under the ground.
Okay.
Like 4 feet deep in the ground. And then we put the soil, and then we pile the stones.
Okay.
So that one came in 1963 after the first.
1963.
Yeah, it's the first Christianity which have been introducing.
So before that, people would be laid out on the ground with the skins.
Just put them in the gully and put some grass or put some skins if there's no grass, and then they leave the place, and then they leave the body there.
After we left the El Molo, we went back and spent the night in Lolyangalani. In the morning, of course, I had to have chai and chapati, so we went to a hotel in downtown Lolyangalani, which you're seeing now. The hotel was managed by a 16-year-old boy, and I thought it would be interesting to interview him. You're managing this restaurant. How old are you?
16 years.
16, and you're the manager. How could that be that you're the manager and you're 16?
Because the one of the hotel and no my creative because I can manage the business.
Wow, you must be very smart, huh?
Yeah.
And you're still going to school?
Yes,
What class are you in?
Form 1.
Form 1. And why are you not in school today?
Because I need to make my future better for tomorrow.
No, but you're not in school today. Why are you not in school?
Because I'm being checked for school fees.
You're being chased for school fees.
Yes.
So that means that you didn't pay for the school fees and they sent you home to get money.
Yes.
Wow. And how much are the school fees at your school?
It's 21,000.
20, what?
21,000.
21,000. Where is the school?
Lolyangalani Secondary School.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. And so how much have you paid so far?
I've paid almost 6,500.
So you still owe 14,500.
Yeah.
So when can you go back to school?
Tomorrow at 4.
Yeah, but how much money do you have to take tomorrow to be let back into school?
The
Do
money
you have to take the whole 14,000?
No, whether I'm going to get 4, 2, 3, and I will take that.
And then you go back to school.
Yeah.
And then the next time they chase you again to go get money.
Yeah.
How many times do you get chased in a year?
Almost a time. After every time you chest. After 2 weeks you will chest.
Do most of the students have all the money, or do most of the students get chased?
Mostly student chest.
And are you living with your mother and father?
No,
Who do you live with?
my aunt.
Your aunt. And I see that you're dressed in Western clothes. Does your aunt dressed in Western clothes?
No,
What does she wear?
skins of the animals.
She wears the skins of animals
Yeah,
and all the beads.
yeah, of course.
And how many children does she have?
I have 11.
Are any of those 11 children in school?
No, almost 3 of them, and the rest they're looking after animals.
Looking after animals. What type of animals do they look after?
Goats and camel and donkey.
Goats and camels and donkeys. And when you finish school, what type of work would you do? Would you like to continue to be a manager?
No, I want to become a politician.
What will you do for your people if you become a politician?
Yeah, I will make my people to develop, because this place is not developing. Many people are not educated. I make them to take their children to school.
Okay. But are you only going to do that for Turkanas, or are you going to do it for other people too?
No, all of the community of this place is Lolyangalani.
All of the community.
Yeah.
So what type of politician do you want to be? Do you want to be a MP? Do you want to be a mayor, or what?
I want to be MP of this place, Lolyangalani.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any brothers or sisters?
No,
You're the only child. And you said your parents died. When did they die?
the other one died 2010. Then another one.
What's the other one? Your father?
Yes,
And your mother, when did she die?
2009.
Sorry. And you were their only child? Or they had other children that died?
No, I have my sister.
You have your sister.
Yeah, only one.
Is she in school also?
No, because of fun, he decided to stay at home.
How old is she?
18 years.
18 years. So she never went to school.
Yes.
Is she dressed traditionally also?
No.
She dresses in Western clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do they determine whether you dress in Western clothes or traditionally? Does it have to do with school, or does it just have to do with what you want to do?
No, because I can see many people wearing clothes, I decide to wear, because I fear to wear that skin.
Yeah, but your sister, why did she decide on her own to wear Western clothes?
Because he was staying in town.
She was staying in town.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what is her name?
Her name is Irot.
Irot.
Yeah,
And you're Artok.
yeah. I usually even interested with football.
Football.
Yeah.
So you either want to be a politician or a footballer. Is that
No,
what you're
I
saying?
like football because I've been seeing match in TVs.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to congratulate this Chelsea. Do you know Chelsea?
I don't watch football.
Yeah, I like to watch football.
So you said you want to congratulate Chelsea. What are you congratulating them on?
And the players of Chelsea, I congratulate them because they know how to play well.
On our way back to North Horr from Lolyangalani, our guide wanted to be left off at his mother's house in Gas. Although his younger sister was getting married the next day, they invited us in.
A Gabbra home. This must be the kitchen. It's beautiful, huh? My first time.
Yes.
It's very nice. Can I come in?
You can come in.
Oh, Wow.
But you give us some money.
I just gave your son. I'm taking care of your son. This lady's son. Wow. Beautiful. Watto, come forward a bit. She's getting married tomorrow and she's very shy. Her mother is to the right. And that must be her auntie to the left. Watto, show your face. Watto. Oh, the poor girl. She's so shy. She's 16 years old. She's getting married tomorrow. After being filmed and photographed for a while, Watto warmed up to the cameras, and we continued with the photo shoot to mark her wedding. As you saw, the home of Watto's mother was pretty small, so they had to build another structure for the wedding. Those are the branches of the duum palm that they're putting on the ropes. The family of Watto invited us to her wedding in Gas the next day, and we really wanted to go. But we had already made arrangements to film a wedding in North Horr. So we decided we would call North Horr and find out if the wedding was still going to happen, and if it wasn't, we would stay in Gas overnight and attend the wedding the next day. However, we found out that there's no network in Gas, so we had to drive 5 kilometers outside the town to a hilltop where we could get network to make the phone call. Although we couldn't get through to our friend, we decided to return to North Horr, as we had already committed to film that wedding, which you will see in part 2.